we're going to talk about a manager that's been appointed, which is, I think, the human embodiment of Marmite, and that is Big Sam Allardyce. He's had a very, very big task that's put to his feet. I think, Tom, I didn't actually know this. You told me this stat, that he has never been relegated from the Premier League, which is an incredible stat. West Brom needed someone to get them out of a bind, and they've called in Big Sam Allardyce. What was, Tom, what was your first initial reaction when that announcement was made as manager?
I mean, I wondered if I travelled back in time, to be honest. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, Big Sam coming back. It's just, I mean, obviously they want someone who's proven at that level, who's done that exact task on numerous occasions and has succeeded in that position. So I can understand why they've done it. But, I mean...
Joe, he is the walking embodiment of Marmite, as we've said. Do you love him or do you hate him?
I like Big Sam. I haven't got an issue with him, at all.
I think
maybe he's not Marmite to me because I don't necessarily have a strong opinion on him. But he's got a huge task on his hands. And so far, the two things I've noticed, number one, nothing's changed, which is hard to do in 3 games or something. But they were shocking against Arsenal. And he came out after the game and openly criticised his team. He said, I didn't realise what I was working with.
That's what I love about Big Sam. He just doesn't care. He tells it how it is. But you need to say, the first game, I watched them. It was, West Brom Liverpool. They got a 1-1 draw.
They did, yeah.
Tom, I thought the Big Sam we know and love is back. He's going to make it difficult for teams. I mean, either of you, Joe, Tom, how do you think that's going to go? Do you think it's too much? Do you think he's the right man for the job? What do you make of that whole situation?
I think this one is just one too many. I think West Brom will get relegated. Like Joe said, there hasn't really been any improvement, and saying openly criticising his whole team, like in front of them, basically, is probably not a good move. And I feel like in the modern era of football that we're in now, the way the game is played, I don't think Big Sam's style really fits or can compete at this level compared to where football was maybe 10 years ago.
And do you know what? I do agree. I mean, Joe, I don't know. I mean, when he was appointed to West Brom, I thought if he was appointed to Burnley, who play that kind of difficult football, who you're going to have a difficult afternoon, then fair enough. But the style that was being played at West Brom under the previous manager is completely different to what Big Sam asks for, don't you think?
It is really different, and that's why I do think, I'm with Peach. I do think they are in trouble because I think it showed. He's obviously come in straight away. West Brom, Liverpool, as you said, Big Sam's back. He's obviously implemented straight away. The players are up for it, and now he's trying to, get that implementation in. Next couple of games, show what they're about. Show the way that Big Sam wants it. And they go and lose 5-0 and 4-0, and it's like, this is showing. I think it is.